It is one of the preeminent ballet companies in the world. American Ballet Theater is coming back to Charleston, this time with prima ballerina and artistic director Susan Jaffe at the helm. We welcome her here now. Thank you so much for joining us. And you're coming up on 1 year as artistic director at ABT. How's the job so far?
I was appointed in May, but I actually didn't start until this past December. So it's really been 4 months, and it's been a whirlwind, but it's been incredibly inspiring to be around wonderful dancers, wonderful performances, and a wonderful team.
And you're a principal dancer with ABT for 22 years. Did you ever think when you were performing that you would ever be running the company, essentially?
It didn't occur to me at the time. It only occurred to me after I had retired and was doing other jobs, various jobs over the last 10 years, and not necessarily ABT, but becoming an artistic director. But I never dreamed that it would be ABT. So this is really something that it's a dream come true, to be honest. It didn't occur to me that I would ever be the artistic director, and I'm very happy to be.
Well, you've danced under and have been under the tutelage of some extraordinary names in the dance world, and I'm curious to know how your approach to becoming artistic director is different from others whom you've danced for in the past.
Yes, well, oftentimes people become artistic directors right after leaving the stage, or they may become a rehearsal director for a few years and then become an artistic director. My path was that I was a co-founder of a dance school for 7 years. I coached at ABT for 2 years. Then I became the Dean of Dance at the North Carolina School of the Arts for 8 years. And then I was in Pittsburgh for 2 years as artistic director of Pittsburgh Ballet Theater. Mm-hmm. So I really had quite a bit of administrative experience before I came here.
Yeah. So you could definitely see your trajectory heading in a certain direction, and here you are at ABT once again. Now, the world has changed a lot, and particularly in the arts, dance as well, over the last 3 decades. What do you look for now in a dancer as opposed to what we would see on stage 30 years ago?
Well, technique has definitely gone way beyond what it was in my day, and as a result of the newer choreography coming into existence with our Christopher Wildens, Alexei Ratmanskys, much of the marriage of contemporary and ballet have brought extraordinary creativity. So these dancers today have those kinds of skills where they can be way off balance, have incredible proprioception, and then on top of all of that, on top of all the athleticism, be artists. So that's something, of course, that is honed as you come into the company. We're doing many, many story ballets, and those have to be interpreted with depth and meaning. So great athletes, contemporary and classical, and artists.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about repertoire for a moment here, because you're coming to the Gaillard for a 2-evening run with Giselle, and it's one of the most popular ballets that is now nearing 200 years old. First of all, why did you choose to stage Giselle in 2023, and how is the repertoire changing from here on into the future?
So Giselle is a ballet that is really timeless and universal. It has major themes such as love, betrayal, death, and rebirth. And these things are always part of the human experience. And also Giselle is still one of the most popular ballets in the world. The way that we update our classics are when we have classics that are perhaps going into the area of misappropriation. Giselle is luckily not one of those ballets. And but we are updating some of the other works that have that need updates. And also just with a more diverse group of dancers, you know, updating our lighting, updating our costumes, updating things. So we are working through that, as of course it all can't happen at once. Sure. And then of course new works. That's what we want to bring into our repertoire as well. But Giselle, I think, is timeless and full of emotion and full of lessons learned for humanity. So that's why it remains popular.
Well, I can say from personal experience, audiences here are absolutely in for a treat. Giselle, it is running Friday through Saturday, April 21st through 22nd, 7:30 p.m. Be at the Gaillard Center or Be Square. I want to thank you so much for joining us, Susan. And also another treat, which is rather unusual for a lot of these touring ballets, is that it's going to be accompanied by a live orchestra by the Charleston Symphony. So that is another incredible boost and bonus for audiences to come and see Giselle.
Yes, for us as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Susan. It was great to talk with you.
Thank you so much.
We're
Bye-bye.
back after this.